Well, Richard, I think it's a good segue into our first topic, which is that huge LSU Iowa game on Monday night. The viewership is obviously going to be huge. It's going to be national championship level. I think it'll be obviously anything that aired national championship wise since ESPN took over rights outside of last year's game, but that aired on ABC. Like, talk about your reaction from that game.
It was an incredible night of basketball. Those two games were fantastic. If you're ESPN executives and if you're the people who run the sport, you could not have been more overjoyed. These were tight games at halftime, which means you're going to keep obviously people interested. Viewers aren't going to pop away. In fact, I would probably argue that word of mouth probably brought some viewers to that Iowa LSU game for sure. My thought prior to the game, Austin, was around 8 million viewers or so. Which I sort of thought was a reasonable guess, perhaps even high. That's an absolute low ball now to me. The way the game played out, the attention that the game received after the fact, I honestly would not be surprised if that tops last year's title game. I don't know if it'll
Wow.
hit 10 million, but I think it has a real shot. This may be a little bit of a vibes play, but everything about that game feels like it may get into the double digits. What's interesting, at least in terms of a viewership play, Austin, I think I'm kind of more curious what the UConn USC game does because it had there will never have been a game with a better lead in than Iowa LSU. So I'm really curious to see, like, could that game hit 5, 6, 7
Yeah.
million? But
Oh, I think
just
it's going to draw national championship numbers for sure. That second
yeah,
game.
absolutely fantastic night. Again, I just saw ESPN. I think they put this out through the Sweet 16 round. They're up. I mean, their numbers are up over 100% year
Yeah.
over year. I mean, this is like fantasy land stuff.